Welcome to my YouTube channel. Just wanted to do a quick check-in and see how everyone's doing. Give you an update on what's going on with me and my music. My name is Kiana Gibson, for those of you who are just joining me for the first time. This is a journey of discovery with becoming a recording artist as well as becoming a published author, and also kind of just some inspirational insight into kind of day-to-day life and things that are going on every single day. So I wanted to talk this morning to you guys about being at a crossroads and making choices and decisions. I've had a lot of conversations over the last week or so about, being subject to your past and kind of falling back into what you're used to doing every single day. I think that sometimes when we face life, because life comes at us hard and sometimes quick, fast, and in a hurry, and you're not really prepared and you're not ready for a lot of the opposition that comes your way, like we talked about last week, about obstacles and how you need to push past those obstacles. But I think sometimes when things happen, we tend to revert back to the same mindset and to the same behavior that we're used to or we're accustomed to doing, because that's how we cope. That's how we deal with life and how we tend to overcome or kind of just deal with whatever's going on. And I think that where we are right now is, or maybe where you are, and even for me it's happened, is that you come to a crossroads, right? Where you can choose to go right or you can choose to go left. And the decision to go right or left is really based on how you're feeling in that moment. And maybe what we need to not do is think about how we feel in that moment, but really choose to do the right behavior or choose to do really what's best for us versus what's the easiest thing to do. Choosing to go right instead of going left, the right journey is typically the hardest thing to do. Going left is what we've always been doing. And when we go left, what happens is we keep going around and around and around in the same exact circle. I don't know about you, but I hate going to those roundabouts. You know what I'm talking about? Like those things where you're driving and there's like this circle and you don't know, are you supposed to get off? Or if you don't get off when you're supposed to get off, you keep going around and around and around. That's happened to me so many times, especially when I'm driving, through the DC area going down south. I hate those roundabouts. And sometimes that's what you feel like. You feel like you're always in a roundabout. You're always going around and around, and you're never accomplishing any miles. You're never getting anywhere. It's like every day you're doing the same thing over and over, and nothing ever is actually happening from it. So today, I'm asking you guys to think about, where can you make a shift? Can you get off? Can you take a right versus taking a left? Is there any decision that you need to make today that's probably going to bring you in another direction and set you on a different course and on a different journey? The status quo and doesn't always work. And I think that, the definition for insanity is that you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, and you never, and the results will never change. And that's the definition of insanity. You're doing the same thing over and over and over again, thinking that something's going to change, something's going to shift, and it's not, because you're doing exactly the same thing. So today I'm asking you to choose something different. Choose a different path, choose a different journey, see where it's going to take you. Don't be afraid. Don't be offset by the hurt that it may cause, because sometimes it's a lonely path and it's a lonely journey, but it's okay, because it's time for us to grow. It's time for us to go higher. It's time for us to do more, to do better, to not be subject to our past and not be subject to our circumstances. We all come from different backgrounds and rough places and places where obviously we would not want to go back to, but why continue that path? Go somewhere different, do something different. So that's my little tidbit, if I'm giving you guys any inspiration this week. It's Wednesday, and I wanted to check in just to make sure everyone is okay. Thank you again to all my subscribers. Please, if this message or this little inspiration has spoke to you, share it with someone, share it with a friend, a coworker, just to help them kind of get through the day if they're going through something. And I'm going to ask you, like I always ask, has your light been bright? So Kiana, was your light bright today? So far it's been bright. And if it has not been bright, what can you do right now in this moment to make your light even brighter for the rest of the day and tomorrow? Thank you so much.